Alright, just doing a little test of the new version of the F-86 from Shrike. Shrike is a subset or subdivision of Blackbird, and it's kind of their budget, sort of, their budget division. This thing only cost like $20 when I got it, but it's a fun aircraft for sure. Nice detail. Let me see if I can remember how to start this thing up. Also, there's this thing that they haven't fixed, I guess. You gotta reseat for the VR position here. You gotta, I don't know what's causing this clicking right now. Okay. There we go. Let's get the external on. Let me see if I can remember how to turn this thing on. Gotta crack the throttle a little bit. Get the lights on. Alright, I think we're starting up here. Should be starting. Got my external power supply rocking. Yep. Sounds like the engines are. Yeah, and I got some exhaust going on the engines. Let's see if it starts lighting up back here. Yep, engines are starting to ignite. Alright, cool. Let's switch that to the battery. Turn that off. Yeah, we should be good to go. This thing really doesn't take much to get started. Let's see if we can get... Got some rockets on this thing. I think I read that... Oh yeah, the rockets are there now. Alright, cool. I can actually put more rockets on. We just do that, I think. Yep, there we go. Brakes are off, and we're moving. This thing has always been a pretty good performer in VR too, so it's great to fly in VR. Got the dome canopy, so it's got great visibility. Except when you're looking out directly in front. You got a lot of dashboard here, but some nice reflections on the windows. This thing needs a lot of runway for landings and takeoffs, from what I remember. It's been a while. I haven't flown this thing in forever. But it's always been fun. And it's got working guns. Ooh, let's take off from around here. Let's do a quick flight control surfaces test. Okay, so that's different now. Now you have to hold down or hold up the flap button or whatever you have set for flaps. Okay, air brakes are working. Instead of it being like a 3-stage flap, it's you just hold it down for as much flaps as you want, which is kind of nice. But you can't really see the flaps unless you look back, so to see how much flaps you're actually giving it. So we'll give it just a little bit of flaps for takeoff. Again, I haven't flown this thing in forever, so hopefully it'll be alright. We'll get full power going before we take off. Give it a little nose down as well, just to keep her from flying up immediately. There we go, we're up. Got positive right. Gear up, flaps up. Retract our lights. Turn on our weapons here. Good. Yeah, she's performing quite well. The ground textures are looking kind of meh today. Definitely has looked better. We're 500 knots. No stuttering or anything, so that's good. gain a bit of altitude. Do a short flight, not looking to spend too much time. Just got a quick test in, see how she's running. She seems to be running fine. Yeah, she looks great. Communist. Bell 407, Skywagon, couple helicopters up here. Well, not up here, down there. What are we, about 12,000 feet. She's not the fastest jet out there for sure, but this is a Korean War era plane, so I think this might be able to go supersonic, but not really. In a dive maybe, but there's no wingtip trails or anything that happen on this aircraft, or any kind of vortexes or anything. Okay, 550 knots. And we're hitting the do not exceed ribbon here. I don't fly fixed wings that often anymore. I do prefer helicopters in Microsoft Flight Sim, but every now and again, they are fun to fly, for sure. little bit of chug right there. It's fine though. Honestly, I'm thinking it's still kind of loading in the city assets. So, generally speaking, you get a little bit of chug every now and again when you're entering a new city. City Hall and the Civic Center. Let's check out some nighttime. I don't think my position lights are on. Alright. Should be it. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the night lights, the city lights look a lot better in, when using DLSS 4.5 and preset M or J, but M performs better for me. But if you use K or DLSS 4 and not 4.5, there's like a glow, sort of emissive lighting effect that doesn't come across as well. But using 4.5, it looks great. Alright, let's take a flight to like Monterey. It's not that far away, but give us a chance to like fly through some valleys and stuff. Let's put the lighting back. Do a little daytime flight here. Or at least... Oh yeah, look at that. Forgot about this. Oh, a little hiccup right there. That's SFO right there. Mr. Oily and the count. 1, 2, 3. Alright, ground textures are starting to look better than they did when I took off. Maybe the servers are all syncing up now. Do a little flyby Half Moon Bay, and then just head south to Monterey. some good amount of popping coming in though. Yeah, sometimes the servers are good and sometimes they kind of suck. Today is looking like kind of sucking. I did fly around a little bit yesterday in Microsoft Flight Sim, and the texture loading was much better. But it's kind of what you get when you have a cloud-based game now. It's not horrible today, but it's definitely been better. But everything's nice and smooth in the headset. I do have smooth motion turned on for my VR mirror. It doesn't affect the headset performance, but it does definitely smooth the mirror out quite a bit. Makes it much better for recording. It doesn't smooth out everything though. Sometimes you'll have smooth, good performance in the headset and the mirror will be a little choppier or look lower frame rate, which doesn't really make too much sense to me, but it does happen. It could be OBS as well. I do record this stuff on a pretty old, yeah, it's getting pretty old now, a 1070 laptop for when I record this game, just because I want to save all the resources for the game itself, so I offload all the recording and streaming. It depends on the game. Like if I'm playing Aces of Thunder, I'll do my streaming and recording off the same PC I'm playing on because it doesn't really affect it that much. But with this game, streaming, I'd rather save all the resources for Flight Sim. Yeah, recording looks actually really good when I record, but when I stream, there's definitely a lot of pixelation and artifacting happening, just by nature of a 1080p stream. Even though I have a pretty high bitrate for 1080p, I haven't been able to get a good, clear stream. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. I guess it's an internet thing, I don't know. But when I stream off my gaming PC on a game like Assetto Corsa or Aces of Thunder, the streams are quite clear. Could be also like the much better video card I have in my gaming PC. Probably. Yeah, I gotta remember to slow this fucker down because it does not like to slow down. It needs a lot of runway for landings, and the slower you get, the better. And I generally come in too fast for my landings anyway. Alright, that's Monterey Bay. The lighting is so good, Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh, something's wrong with my rudder here. Alright, there we go. Now we're straight. I almost forgot how to do a screenshot. Those little pauses are me taking screenshots here. Alright. Alright, we'll just do an above the cloud screenshot and then we'll take her in for a landing. Monterey Airport is at the end of the bay on the opposite end. And this is Santa Clara? Santa something. It's where they filmed The Lost Boys and all that. It's a boardwalk and all that shit down there somewhere. Yeah, that looks awesome, doesn't it? Laguna Seca is also nearby in the area. Let's do a little flyby. Laguna Seca. I think I see it right there, yeah. It's not a high res at all depiction of Laguna Seca, but you can definitely see the track. And I've flown over it and did a couple laps in the helicopter. So, and it's fairly accurate as far as the track is concerned. But this is it. Not, again, not high res at all, and not a lot of detail. Alright, how fast are we going? About 350 knots. And there's Monterey Airport over there. We'll give ourselves a lot of room to land. It's a pretty beautiful part of California right over here. Alright, we're going 400 knots here, which is way too fast. I'll give her some air brakes. And a good amount of flaps. Not gonna drop the flaps yet. Alright, 250 knots. Alright, we'll start dropping a bit of flaps here. Alright, around 200 knots. So retract the air brakes. Give her some more flaps. Drop the gear. Gears down. A little high, little high. Still going a bit fast, but want to prevent her from dropping out of the sky too. She's a bit heavy. Oh god, I think I'm going way too fast still. Oh fuck, yeah. Or not the worst landing ever, but let's see if we can slow her down. Alright, doesn't look like we'll end up off the runway. Again, not a super hard plane to fly. She's pretty fun, pretty approachable, but she was designed to be that way. She wasn't designed to be a study level aircraft. And again, this was just sort of a test. It's a new version, and I haven't flown her in a while. Let's just probably park her right over here somewhere. Welcome to Monterey. Yeah, we can just stick her right over here. Although I don't think this is airplane parking, but fuck it. Right on, she works. She works pretty well, too. Although the pilot doesn't leave the plane when you start walking around, so that's weird. Whatever.